What happens the moment after you die? This isn't just a question. It is the question. It is the ultimate human mystery, the engine of religion, and the source of our greatest art, our deepest fears, and our most profound hopes. How a civilization answers this question defines its laws, its morals, its very reason for being. And across thousands of years, humanity has developed three profoundly different answers. Each is a world in itself. The first answer is perhaps the most dominant in the modern world: the final judgment. The central idea is that your eternal fate is determined by your faith in God and the grace you've received. Though the role of good works has been debated for centuries, for the faithful, the destination is heaven's, state of eternal, blissful communion with God. This is the core belief of nearly 3 billion people, the foundation of the great Abrahamic faiths, Christianity and Islam. The view is that you live one life, you have one soul, and upon death that soul enters a waiting period before facing a great and final accounting. This view, known as reincarnation, argues that your consciousness does not face a final judgment. Instead, upon death, it is reborn into a new body. You have lived countless lives before this one, and you may live countless more, not just as a human, but as any form of life. It is the liberation of the individual soul, the Atman, from the cycle, allowing it to reunite with the universal, divine consciousness, Brahman. It is a state of ultimate freedom. In Christianity, this culminates in the resurrection of the body and the day of judgment. It is spiritual physics. Your actions, intentions, and desires in this life create ripples that directly determine the circumstances of your next one. The ultimate goal of both faiths is to escape the cycle entirely. It doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't get reborn. It ends. It suggests that meaning is not found in a future reward or a next life, but in the finite, precious, and fragile time we have right here, right now. If this is all there is, then our connections to each other, the beauty we create, and the compassion we show become infinitely more important. This life is not a dress rehearsal. It is the one and only performance. It's like a flame being snuffed out, or a computer being permanently unplugged. Lights out. The ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus put it bluntly: death is nothing to us. When we exist, death is not here. When death is here, we do not exist. But the real, hidden question that truly divides these worldviews is much deeper. It is, what is the I that is asking? To break free from the endless, often painful wheel of birth, death, and rebirth, known as samsara. Life of cruelty will inevitably lead to a rebirth of great suffering. Life of compassion will lead to one of peace. Your consciousness is like a flame being passed from one candle to another. The candle the body's new each time, but the flame carries the heat, the karmic energy of the last one. The goal is for the flame to finally go out and merge with the light. It shapes not just how you see death, but more importantly, how you choose to live your life. It's a system designed to teach. It is the realization that the individual self was an illusion all along. The argument is simple and grounded in observation. Your consciousness, your personality, your love, your fear, your very self, it's all a product of the incredibly complex biology of your brain. It is the emergent result of 86 billion neurons firing in an intricate dance of electricity and chemistry. An eternal soul, a distinct entity created by God that is fundamentally responsible for its actions. Your soul is the main character of the story. It is a state of profound peace, entirely beyond our concepts of heaven or hell. After death, soul enters a state called barzakh, waiting for the day of judgment, Yom ad-Din. It's a temporary pattern of information, a story the brain tells itself. The I doesn't go anywhere because, in a cosmic sense, it was never a separate thing to begin with. It promises that the injustices of this world are temporary. Half the world away, another idea took root. This is the second answer, the great cycle. In the end, all accounts will be settled. Every choice matters because the cosmic scales are watching and the verdict is final. On this day, every deed, spoken or unspoken, is laid bare. The righteous are granted passage to Jannat, just a place, but a series of celestial gardens, a reality of unimaginable peace and pleasure. The unrighteous face Jahannam, a state of fire and spiritual suffering. In Islam, the concept is similar. The philosophy behind this model is one of ultimate justice and accountability. It gives this one, singular life, an immense and irreversible moral weight. But what if that's not the only option? What if life isn't a single test, but a long-running school? This is the foundational belief of the Dharmic faiths, including Hinduism and Buddhism. This cycle is governed by karma, not fate, but the universal law of cause and effect. But here is the crucial difference that many in the West misunderstand. The goal isn't to get a better rebirth. Oh. For Hindus, this is achieving moksha. For Buddhists, the goal is nirvana. This is a more subtle concept. It is the extinguishing of the flame of desire and craving that leads to suffering and rebirth. So we have the courtroom and the wheel, a final permanent destination versus an endless educational journey. But there is a third, starkly different answer, one that requires no faith in the supernatural at all: the final fade. This is the view of many atheists, materialists, and secular humanists. Therefore, when the brain's activity ceases, when the body dies, the consciousness it created simply stops. The philosophy here is not one of hopelessness, but of profound urgency. So which is it? A final judgment, an endless cycle, or a final fade? This is the great debate. But what if I told you they are all answering the wrong question? We are obsessed with asking, where do I go after I die? Think about it. To believe in the final judgment, the I must be a unique individual. To believe in the great cycle, the I is more like a temporary vessel. And to believe in the final fade, the I is a beautiful, complex illusion created by the brain. So the real debate isn't about the destination, it's about the nature of the traveler. Are you an eternal soul awaiting a final verdict? Are you a karmic traveler on an ancient spinning wheel? Are you a brief, brilliant flash of consciousness in a silent universe? How you answer that question, that underlying assumption about who you are, determines everything else.